Good morning. It's a little cool this morning, but it didn't get quite as cold as I thought it would last night. We did have a drop in temperature last night into the 20s, but it didn't really get. It was a long time into the night before it dropped that low. I had my little heater running. And this morning, it's a little cool. There's a little frost on the grass out there. Having a little bit of hot coffee here. You can see the steam. Most time I drink my coffee cold. I usually let it cool down a little bit more. I did pour some cold water in here, but I wanted to get started. We're going to do Jesus Calling, and I hope everybody's doing okay. By the way, I'm Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment. That moment we have right there. That's it. Why don't I read this, and then if I need to talk about anything else, I will. Maybe. I'm trying to debate on whether I'm going to do. I was thinking about just doing this calling video here, and then I have kind of an idea for another couple of videos. And one of them could be for the other channel, or both of them could be for here. I don't know yet. But I'm just going to wing this and let's read it. I read it to myself already, so. And if you don't notice, I seem like I'm in better spirits. I've woke up, I got a better night's sleep. Yesterday was a little rough, and I did ask for prayer. And I appreciate each and every one of you that prayed. I don't think it's not always necessary to go into all the details about our lives. And I'm realizing that. Sometimes I go into my details. Sometimes I don't. But we know who knows the details, right? We know the big kahuna knows the details. And that's why when I ask somebody to keep me in your thoughts, or I say your prayers, I've had people over the past few weeks ask me what, who am I praying to? Or what is prayer, like someone yesterday on X commented, I don't pray, but when I talk to them, I'll mention you. Well, I responded, that's exactly how I do it. Like, I don't pray in the formal sense. I don't kneel down and get on my knees, and I don't have to hold my hands together, and I don't have to say some orderly, specific type of thing. For me, prayer is just like I'm doing this right now, talking to you. Like any communication I have during the day, whether it be me speaking to God, saying thanks, or maybe making a small request, but most of the time I'm just giving thanks. And then sometimes I'm just asking for guidance. Because that's about all I ask for. Guide me in whatever direction you see fit. Because I don't know what's best for myself most of the time. Okay, I kind of went on there, didn't I? March 21st. Trust me and don't be afraid, for I am your strength and song. Think what it means to have me as your strength. I spoke the universe into existence. My power is absolutely unlimited. Human weakness consecrated to me. It's like a magnet drawing my power into your neediness. However, fear can block the flow of my strength into you. Instead of trying to fight your fears, concentrate on trusting me. When you relate to me in confident trust, there is no limit to how much I can strengthen you. Remember that I am also your song. I want to share my joy living in conscious awareness of my presence. Rejoice as we journey together toward heaven. Join me in singing my song. And we have reference scriptures down here. Isaiah 12, 2 through 3. Psalm 56, verse 3. And then Psalm 21, verse 6. And, often I've looked at these references and thought, well, why do they put Psalm 56 before Psalm 21? Well, obviously, they're giving you a reference in order as you read this. So I imagine Isaiah 12, 2 through 3 is referencing the first few sentences or whatever of this text. Psalm 56 is probably somewhere in the middle if we were to look it up, accordingly at the as it's laid out. And then Psalm 21 is going to be something that rounds off the reading in general, I guess. But I realized that a long time ago. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but sometimes they'll give us, like here for tomorrow, it'll say Psalm 95, 1 through 2, Psalm 9, 10. but it's because they're giving you the reference to how the reading goes. I don't know. I know you probably didn't need that explanation, and you probably ain't even worried about it. To me, the most part, if this part of what I read speaks to you, the actual text that I'm reading, because, you know, occasionally, like last week, I was moved to look up the scriptures for you guys and read it, but that was because the Spirit kind of, you know, laid it on my heart to do that for a day or two. There was a couple of times I read, and the Spirit was like, why don't you look this one up and read it along with, you know, into the video. I'm not meaning that I don't look into the Bible myself or any of that. You know, I study a lot of different things. I like to be well-rounded when it comes to the whole spiritual process and understanding of what God is. Because I don't think really as human beings we'll ever understand it. But as spirits in a human body, if we see ourselves that way, we may come to better touch into what it means, you know, to be in tune and be aligned with the Spirit. You know, and I know there's people that watch that don't necessarily believe any of this, and that's fine too, because we're all on our own journey, you know. And you might not agree with me with saying that's fine too. You might think I'm wrong and not scolding people and telling them how wrong they are because they don't believe the way I believe. Well, you know, I don't just believe in anything anymore. I know something, and I can't prove it to any single body. I can't prove it to you. I can't prove that on good days when I'm really receptive that I know the Spirit is moving through me, that I know the Spirit is talking to me. I can't prove it to you. Now, maybe some days on videos you can tell when the Spirit's moving. Maybe some days in a live stream you can see when things are really on fire. And some days you're going to see, like yesterday and the day before, when I wasn't doing so well, that I wasn't feeling that great. I was being in tune as best I could, but I was a little out of tune. So today, I look forward to going through this day and trying to maintain and staying on the ship. That's a reference to my buddy there, Meeks Entertainment. So I'll stay on board the ship today, and we're going to see where we sail to. So until next time, y'all take it easy. Keep communicating with the big kahuna. Put in a good word for me. I'll put in a good word for you. You know, I'll just be like, hey, look out for them. I appreciate it. I truly think that today will turn out. I think this is going to be one of the better days out of the week so far. You know, and hopefully we can keep it rolling. Until next time, Mr. Great Cloud says the eternal moment. Over and out. Ditto.